Well, if you are on this channel, probably you know a lot about tomorrow total solar eclipse. Well, it will be a total eclipse for some lucky guys, some lucky people, but it will be a partial one for some other. Well, an interesting number is that more than 10% of the whole world population, almost 1 billion people on Earth, will be able to see it at least partially. Those are huge numbers. In this video, we are not just talking again and again about solar eclipse. I bet you know a lot about it. But I'm gonna talk with you and share some information about probably some aspects, that are underestimated. So, let's start. Welcome back on the SpaceInfo Club YouTube channel. I'm Sebastiano, and as usual, as we do for the whole SpaceInfo Club, whether you are following us here on YouTube through the videos, or you're reading our articles at spaceinfo.club, or maybe you are among those 115,000 people following the Instagram page, well, you know that we do not pretend to teach you something, but what we want is just share our passion. Well, one of my passion is astronomy and spaceflight for the most, but the purpose here is just sharing the knowledge, something that I may have learned in my experience through some years of study and passionate readings with you. Just because, well, I love sharing this information and maybe you like also the same. So if that's the case, just share what you know about this solar eclipse, or maybe something else, something that you wish to see in the next videos, to be covered in the articles. And well, that's something interesting because I don't want to pretend to be a teacher. So sometimes, most of the times, I let speak a lot of people who are much more expert than me. And this is also the case. Well, I talked with a friend, Dr. Francesca Faedi, who's an astrophysicist. Well, I'm just gonna tell you one number because it will be like a video about numbers. She discovered more than 60 exoplanets. Well, so this gives you an idea of her career and what she does in her profession. So in today's video, I'm also talking about, I'm talking from an article she wrote for the SpaceInfo Club that you can find, indeed, on spaceinfo.club on our official website, talking about, the economical side of this eclipse. Just to give you some numbers, but before diving into these, I want to thank you for being here in this video. If you are still here, please avoid subscribing because that's free for you, but it's of huge help for me and for the whole SpaceInfo Club. So thanks, and just let's start by giving a light introduction about what an eclipse is. Well, if you want, you can just skip to the most interesting part, at least to me, the part that's a little different from all those other videos that you are probably seeing. And not just telling that they are not valid, I'm just telling that I'm trying to give you different aspects to see this phenomenon. So, what's an eclipse? Well, generally speaking, to have an eclipse, you usually need two, or three celestial bodies. In this case, we have three. That's the Sun, the Moon, and Earth, our planet, from where we are watching this phenomenon. So never forget that in space, and generally speaking, we are always in a relative position with respect to other things. And also the reason why that at the beginning, at the introduction of this video, I say that some lucky people will be assisting to a total solar eclipse. Some others, depending on their location on our planet, will be seeing a partial solar eclipse. So in this case, a solar eclipse happens when there's something in between an observer, us, the people who are on Earth, and the source of the light, which in this case is the Sun. It's called solar eclipse because the source of this light is partially or totally hidden behind another celestial body, in this case the Moon. And I told you that those eclipses, generally speaking, eclipses in general, can be predicted with, I would say, some accuracy. And with some accuracy, I mean relatively high one, not matters of minutes, sometimes even matter of seconds, depending on the model you are applying to study this, the perturbation and things like that. Not just going to too much technical. There's some material within our platform about this, but well, basically we know the reciprocal movement at least of these three bodies that are in play this time: the Sun, Earth, and the Moon. We also need to consider some gravitational perturbation from other celestial bodies, but will be like the matter, the subject of another video. So again, about the eclipse, there will be another one, partial one at the beginning of 2027, another total one in 2028. But in this case, what's I would say special for us that are in Europe is the fact that well, people in Spain and in Iceland and someone in Greenland will be able to assist to a total solar eclipse without moving away from towards different part of the world. In this time, this will be like the privileged location from where you will be able to see a total solar eclipse. There will be some other places, especially in Europe, from where, like in Italy, France, Germany, Portugal, and also some places from the northern part of Africa that will be able to see at least a partial phenomenon of this eclipse. But hey, do you remember the numbers of people being able to assist to the totality of this phenomenon? Well, let's consider that at least from a partial standpoint, it's estimated that 1 billion people will be able to see this eclipse, which is around between like 12 and 13% of the whole world population. But, well, you need to decrease this number by like a factor of 10 or even more, because it's like, 15 million people will only be able to see it as a total phenomenon. So we'll be able to assist to a total solar eclipse. People that who are living in Spain, Iceland, and Greenland, particularly the second and third country that I've mentioned, it's renowned not to be so highly densely populated. So, that's some of justifiable number if I tell you that's around 15 million people in the world. But here's the key point. You need to consider also all the people that are going to travel from Europe. I know some friends that are traveling from the US to Spain just to assist to this total eclipse. This is not just a matter of passion. Passionate astronomers, people who have never seen a phenomenon like this in their lives. Me personally, I am in this case, but are willing to travel to Spain, for example, to see the total solar eclipse. That's a huge also opportunity, economically speaking, because the eclipse will last for a very few minutes, like a couple of minutes, thinking about the pure totality alignment, but its impact will last basically for years. This is a quote from Dr. Faidi article that you can find on SpaceInfo.club. I'm not inventing or pretending to tell you something new other than she said. But here the point is that the economical impact for the structures, for all the activities moving around this phenomenon, will benefit from all the people traveling, like for example towards Spain for 3 days, 1 week, and things like that. So that's also, I would say, a local economical phenomenon that's benefiting from this. But, stop for a moment and don't just think about something which is gonna happen in a few days and then it's forgotten forever. Here the point is also long term. It's also, something similar, very generally speaking, about what people like us at the Space Info Club want to do. We just want to share some knowledge that we have learned during our experience with some other people who may have different kind of knowledge, so we can reciprocally share, or also talking with someone who wants to learn more about something which he or she doesn't know yet. So here it's also an inspirational thing. Think about those people who will become passionate about astronomy, and maybe the young one especially, but not only, will decide to keep and go and start basically learn astronomy, astrophysics, or just some aspect of this physics. Well, if you are among those, please tell me in the comment, because I may have something special for you. Here the point is that this kind of phenomenon is an event in somebody's life who is highly impacting, that you can remember basically for your entire life, and may move you and make you decide to start learning something new that may also define your career, your professional background, because you can become passionate about physics, astrophysics, or just wish to start learning something new. That's a very powerful impact that will have potential in everyone's life. Now, maybe you are, still telling me that I'm too vague. I'm not giving you numbers. Well, just let's talk about a recent example. 2024, Vermont was a state who was crossed by the path of totality of the total solar eclipse that occurred, and estimations, which are pretty accurate because were taken after the event occurred, gathered data who are telling about economical activity apart from the ordinary events, the ordinary economical activity. So there was a surplus of spending which was quantified around $50 million just for that state, just for the locations which were crossed by the path of totality. It's a huge number of money for an event who's lasting just a couple of minutes. And if you are wondering when this is gonna start, I'm gonna tell you in just a few seconds when we're gonna recap this. Just staying on the money and on the business side, similar numbers, slightly higher, like around $60 million, were cumulative estimated as a anticipatory estimation for cities like Zaragoza, Bilbao, Madrid. So generally speaking, for the Spanish cities involved in the path of totality. So around $60 million for an event lasting just a couple of minutes, is kind of an interesting return on investment for those activity who are placed in those locations where visitors, passionates are gonna come tomorrow in those days for the total solar eclipse. So just a recap. Physically speaking, eclipses are a periodic phenomenon, and depending on the boundary conditions, so the reciprocal distance between Earth, Moon and the Sun, you may experience some events that are rarer, that occur more rarely than others. Those events are total solar eclipses, where the apparent disk of the Moon completely hides the apparent disk of the Sun. So if you are within that cone of shadow, you will see the Sun completely disappear at your sight. So that's an incredible phenomenon that I have never seen in my life. I will not be able to see this time in Spain. So if you're also following the Instagram page of SpaceInfo.club, don't hesitate sharing the pictures that you, lucky one, are taking for this event, because I will appreciate a lot, and also keep reposting and sharing them, because everyone who's following the page for the passion of knowledge of astronomy for sure deserves to see your pictures. So I think that's pretty much for today. We talked about very fastly about the physical aspects of an eclipse, but some other aspects also, thanking again Dr. Francesca Faedi, who contributed on SpaceInfo.club website with super interesting articles about the business aspect of this astronomical phenomenon. So before telling you goodbye, if you are gonna assist to this event, never forget about your safety. Never look at the sun directly with your eyes. And also, don't forget that usual sunglasses in general, are not enough to protect your eyes. Well, look for the SpaceInfo Club page below down in the description, because other than the one sharing Dr. Friday articles, I'm also sharing a very little web page where you can find what's said to be done and what's better not to do for your safety if you are watching at this phenomenon. So just a very few fast guidelines, but that's for your safety. If you appreciate this content, that's all for today. Just tell me, maybe liking this video, subscribe to the channel, or commenting down below. That's all for today. I'm Sebastiano. This is the SpaceInfo Club. So see you next time.